So let me give you some examples of some customer service issues I've had. One is a brand that I work with all the time, and they don't have a lot of people working there, and their customer service is not the best. It takes a long time to get back to people. I have some friends that own some of their bikes, and you know, it's just annoying. You know, great bike, but you know, the customer service leaves a lot to be desired. It just takes forever to hear back and get parts and all this. You know, it's like dealing with like a one person shop kind of thing, right? So that's one problem that some of these manufacturers have. Then, you know, I always come back to Super 73. Granted, it's been like a year and a half since I've had the issue with it, but when I got my bike from them, the Super 73R, and it had issues with the motor. It took 3 months to get a new motor. 3 months. And it took like 2 weeks to even hear back from them in the first place. 3 weeks. Another bike that I got recently, several months ago anyway, and the bike had a controller issue. The bike just kept cutting out. I don't know why, but the bike would just die, you know. They didn't know how to fix it. They asked for video. I gave them video. They asked for you know, what kind of error code I'm getting. I shared that with them, and they couldn't fix it. They didn't know how to fix it. So fortunately, that company sent me a new bike and just had me send back the old bike. So I'll give them some props for that. Another company, I'm on week 4 trying to get hold of them. This one's actually a Chinese company, and they give you an email, support at, and then the company, and you email them, and then they say, oh, this isn't actually where you contact us for customer support for products. This is just where we deal with orders. And so you have to call this number. I call the number, and it doesn't even, it's like a person's cell phone number. It's like Johnny's cell phone number. It doesn't even, it says you've reached 84 whatever 1775 da, da, da. Please leave a message. And it doesn't even have the person's name. It doesn't say this is XYZ company customer support, nothing. And they don't even freaking get back to you. So what the hell is that all about? Really? So a lot of these companies are putting out great bikes, but they're, or you know, let's not go overboard. They're putting out bikes. Some of them are good price points. Some of them are supporting them well, and some of them aren't supporting them at all. And it's like, you can't put out a bike or a product that costs north of $1,000. Almost every bike's $1,000 plus. And then just people, once they buy it, they're like, you're SOL, right? Like, you bought it, great, thanks. We never want to hear from you again. Don't bother us, right? It's like ridiculous. And then it's hard to find e-bike repair shops, you know? There's one in my local neighborhood. I'm not a huge fan of it. So other than that, you literally have to go to like LA for me, which is like a good 45 minutes to an hour to go to any kind of a bike shop. And just like regular bike shops, they're busy. So if you needed to get a bike fixed on your own dime, it takes forever, right? Another bike that I bought recently, very popular brand, the bike day one started cutting out, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just because I taxed it. I was going up a really steep hill, right? But then it kept happening over and over again. After like a mile or two or 5 or 10 minutes, it would just cut out. The battery would stay on, the display would stay on, and it would just cut out. And that's bullshit. It was a brand new freaking bike, and like a $3,000 bike. And I contacted them, and they're like, oh sure, bring it on in, we'll take care of that for you. And they didn't treat it like, we just gave you a brand new bike and it sucks, let us kiss your ass. They're like, sure, we'll fix it. And then when I got it fixed, quote unquote, they said it was fixed. A week later, they gave it to me, and the guy, I was like, watch this, the guy's not gonna say sorry. He's gonna want me to say thank you to him. And he doesn't say thank you. He goes, let me see. Okay, yeah, that's on us. That the repair's on us. And in my head, I'm like, repair? The bike's brand freaking new. It has 7 miles on it, and it came out of the freaking assembly line like shit. What do you mean it's on you? No shit, it's on you. So that's annoying. And then I was emailing with them back and forth when they said it was ready, and I'm like, are you sure you guys fixed it? Because, you know, there's a couple other problems with it. That was the main issue, and they're like, yep, 100% fixed. I'm like, really? Sure. And I bought like an upgraded controller for the bike, and they said he wasn't putting out the power it was supposed to put out, and they said, oh sure it is. And I said, all right, make sure it puts out the right amount of power. They said, sure, the bike's 100% fixed. I bring it home, I ride it for 4 minutes, it starts cutting out again, and then the motor starts grinding. Like, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I call them back again, and they're like, yeah, why don't you bring it in, we'll fix it. Even if we have to replace parts, we'll fix it. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? I want my freaking money back. And, you know, after going through like 3 people, they finally agreed to let me have my money back, which is cool. Even though they have like a return policy of only like 2 weeks or something, and it's been longer. But I'm like, you know what? You guys gave me a bike that was a lemon. You tried to fix it, you didn't. It takes me 4 hours round trip to drop it off and pick it back up again. And I'm not bringing it back in again. That's bullshit. So they are returning it. But of course, I have to freaking go take it in, which again is going to take me 2 hours round trip, which is just so much fun. And it's in LA, which is great. Terrible traffic. So all said and done, that experience sucks, right? Then one bike I bought, and most of these are like really popular manufacturers that you've heard of. One bike I bought has it's a very popular bike, very popular, and it has a really weird way of putting the battery in. The battery's got to be on like these grooves on this track, and it's got to fit perfectly in. You have to put it in perfectly right or it won't work. And it'll go in, but if you don't have it perfectly on those tracks, then it won't hit the connection point where it actually draws power from the, you know, gives power to the bike, and it doesn't work. So it looks like it's in right, it closes, everything closes, but there's no power to the bike. And so when I first got the bike, God, I'm trying to get these fucking brakes to stop grinding. When I first got the bike, I called them and I'm like, I just got a brand new freaking bike and it doesn't work. And they're like, oh, you probably didn't put the battery like it was in right. They're like, no, it's got to be perfectly in right. It took me 15 minutes. But anyway, those people, they made it seem like it's like, you know, they don't put that into their literature or anything anywhere. It's a known problem. Everybody's gonna have the same problem when they buy the bike, and they don't put it in the literature or even in like a quick guide saying, hey, you're gonna have this problem, or on their website, you know, battery's got to be in perfectly or something. You have to call them, and you know, it takes 10 minutes to get a hold of somebody because they're always busy, and just to find out if it even works. You know, it's like, put some freaking literature on in the packaging, put a little handwritten note, hey, you got to make sure the battery's aligned right when you put it in, put something on your website, something, you know. It's like, take some care. So overall, like, the e-bike industry is really falling down on the customer service end. And in this video I'm including a bunch of I'm not going to put the manufacturers, but I'm putting a bunch of like customer support, you know, stories, or people that, you know, have given their comments on a customer support issue, and whether it's fixed or not. And I'm just going to give you a sense of like the shit that's going on in the industry, you know. And again, it's not all China, you know. There you got like issues with people that don't even speak the language, right? But here we're talking about US manufacturers or US distributors, whatever the hell you want to call them, and they're just not meeting the bill, you know. They're like freaking falling down, and it's bullshit, you know. If I'm going to spend this kind of money on a bike, like, let's be honest, unless you're getting like a Swagtron, you know, the average bike is going to cost, unless you're getting like one of those little Jetsons, the average bike is going to cost you at least $750 to $5,000. The average bike is at least $1,500, right? It's a good amount of money, right? It's like buying a freaking refrigerator. If my refrigerator, I got it, and you know, it's expensive as hell to have it delivered, and freaking get rid of the other one, put it in, and the thing doesn't freaking work, I'm gonna be freaking pissed, and my food's gonna get all, you know, warm, whatever the hell it is. This is kind of like that. It's like, it's an expensive product. If it doesn't freaking work, like, F you guys. Figure your shit out. You know, to have a bike that I just got that costs north of $3,000, and I've had to take it back once already, and they promised to have fixed it. They had it for a week and a half, and then it's broken again, and there's a new problem with grinding and clunking of the motor. Like, really? You know? So between that and then the manufacturer that gives you somebody's phone number, like a person's phone number, it's a cell number, they don't even tell you who they are. You hope you got the right phone number, and they don't even get back to you. And then the support email they give you doesn't even lead you to customer service. And then the known manufacturers are constantly being berated on chat boards and whatnot for shit customer service. Whenever I put out a video about a bike, I constantly get people that are saying, you know, great bike, but the customer service is shit. Don't buy a bike from them, you know. And these are like really well-known manufacturers. So it's like, all said and done, it's like, unless you know how to freaking work on a bike yourself, you know, you're hard pressed to get a good experience with an e-bike these days, you know. Or unless, luckily I live in California, most of these manufacturers or in California, or a good amount of them are. So I'm able to actually bring the bikes there. But if you don't, and you live across the country, or, you know, I have a friend, he shall remain nameless, and so shall his bike, but he lives in Hawaii. You know who you are, buddy. RD, I'll call you. And he bought a really nice bike, kind of on a recommendation from one of my videos, and the thing freaking died on him, and it took him like over a month and a half to get the freaking replacement part. And you know, it's like a really expensive bike. He said it's kind of like a huge paperweight just sitting in my garage, because it's very expensive and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't move because it doesn't work, you know. So it's like, get your shit together, manufacturers. Come on, Jesus Christ. Sorry for that. I know when people don't like when I use those words, but sometimes shit just comes out, you know what I mean? I'm angry, people, I'm angry. So anyway, I'm gonna do a video soon on this bike and the new brakes I got. Watch this. Are you kidding me? I was going 40 miles an hour and I probably stopped in about 8 feet. It's literally unbelievable, these brakes. Between that, and so that's the right brake, the dual rotors, and then the left brake is regen. So it's like this bike just stops on a freaking dime. Again, top of the line bike, people. Cab Eagle. I always say it, and I mean it. You can't get a better bike. I mean, you could get the Recon, which is theirs also, but that's a little bit too expensive and unnecessary power. So for like $7 grand, and apparently they've got a real big deal going on right now, $600 off their spring sale or something. And if you combine that with my custom $400 discount using the code Shredder, you get $1,000 off this bike, which puts it in like the $6,000 range, which is just badass. A lot more than I paid for it. You know, I paid $7 grand for this. So anyway, there you have it. So that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully my brakes stop grinding soon, and you know, onward and upward, people. Let's just have a good day. I need some freaking sun over here. It's freaking raining like crazy down here in California. What the hell is this? Feels like the upper Northwest. Now all these trails I go on, there's freaking green grass everywhere, which is nice and beautiful, but I can't freaking ride because it's raining all the time. This is like the first day in like weeks I've been able to get out and ride. And I was like, what do I want to talk about? And it's like customer service, because all these manufacturers are pissing me off, you know. So anyway, that is my soapbox story, people, and I'm off of it, and I'm moving on. Okay, so there you have it. Now we're gonna do one of my favorite tricks in the world, which is, can you ride on the curb for more than 4 seconds? Ready? Watch this. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 7,000. I did it in 7 seconds. You guys see that shit? Jesus Christ. My skills are just skyrocketing, people. I'm in my 50s and shit just keeps getting better and better and better and better. Now if I could just get these stupid brakes to stop rubbing. Hear that shit? Piss me off. I feel like it's like they need to be like really freaking worn in. Like the guy told me. So the guys at Cab Motorworks put those on, or you know, gave them to me, and then I had to go to a company, e-bike repair shop slash sales shop in LA called Bike Craze. I don't know if you've heard of it, and they put them on for me, and I appreciate that. But the guy said it's going to take a little while before they stop grinding. But how long is a while? I'm going on like 15 miles and it's still grinding. I've ridden the bike a few times now, it's still grinding. Like, when is it going to stop grinding? I feel like I gotta like maybe realign the rotor and the brake pads, you know what I mean? Sometimes that happens. I feel like that might be the reason, because it's like really annoying the shit out of me, people. I don't like it. I like this bike being silent, like a silent ninja, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, there you have it. There you have it, people. And that's gonna do it for this one. Appreciate you watching, appreciate you listening, and that'll do it. God bless, people. Peace out. Bam. Man, the power, the sheer freaking power of this bike just amazes me. It blows me away. I love it. Hey there. That guy was friendly. Very friendly. Really nice. A lot of friendly people out today, people. Okay. That's gonna do it for today, people. I know I already said that, but I'm saying it again. All right. Peace.